Hi, today I would like to talk to you about the finger shape, or rather the variety of finger shapes that we are encountering when playing the piano. Most likely watching a variety of videos of famous pianists on YouTube, you've noticed that some of them keep their fingers a bit more straight, other ones just in a more natural curve, while others keep their hand this way. I think it's quite important to understand the advantages and disadvantages of using those different approaches. Now, from the perspective of how our body is built and what is natural for it, I would say that when our hand is hanging next to our body, when we lift it from that position, you will see that our fingers are shaped just slightly this way. Not necessarily this way and not straight. We don't walk like this, not like this, but this is kind of a natural one. In this particular shape, the muscles responsible uh, for closing our fingers or for opening them up, so the ones on top and at the bottom of our forearm, they are at rest. So our hand is not doing anything, it's not extending fingers this way or closing the palm this way, which means both of these muscles are relaxed. So I would say that this is most likely a relaxed and the most natural hand shape that we can achieve. Now, it's worth noting that for some hands, particularly depending on the size, this position might not be the most comfortable or economical. So if our hands are very large, I think if we were to put our hands like this, maybe the idea that some of the fingers will reach out quite deep into the keyboard will make that hand quite uncomfortable. So in that case, I think that more closed hand position might be better. On the other hand, with very small hand, to start like this, hand which is already very small, to make it this way, might create a different set of problems. I also wanted to add that there is an approach to setting up the finger shape which kind of tells us that we should keep it kind of very round very often in this kind of position so that they create a straight line this way and this way as well. Now, I think this can work, maybe not in all cases, but it can work. The trouble is that very often this particular hand position is achieved in a very rigid way. So somebody might ask you to feel like you're holding something or grabbing onto something. Now, as I said earlier, I think there is nothing wrong with creating this position in a very natural way without creating tension. And it's a different story if we feel that we are constantly squeezing something or holding something. I think that actually, again, can lead into some sort of tiredness, particularly in more challenging passages. Finally, the last aspect to consider is that school of thought, which believes that depending on whether we use the cushion part of the finger to play, which means the finger is a little bit flatter, so this way, or whether we use the nail part, in this case, fingers being more shaped in an oval way, so like this, we are actually achieving a different type of sound. That school of thought tells us that if we use the cushions, we create sound which is warmer, thicker, maybe more appropriate to singing beautiful melody lines, while if we use this kind of approach, we can achieve more articulate, possibly shorter kind of sound. So this video is about an understanding that there is no one or the only way of setting the hand up on the keyboard, that there are options that we can consider depending on the size of our hands, possibly even different style or sound requirement of the piece. And the idea is that whichever hand position and finger shape we choose, we want to feel comfortable. We do not want to feel rigid. We do not feel stiff for long periods of time, particularly in more challenging technical music. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was useful. Please let me know down in the comments and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Bye.